everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kim and today I am doing another speed build. This one is called Rose Cottage. It's on a 40 by 30 lot in Willow Creek. It comes in at just less than 200,000 simoleons and it's a 4-bedroom with 1 downstairs, 2-bathroom build, and obviously it's a Tudor mansion. Now, I did actually build this one complete and I was ready to move on to landscaping when I realised that I hadn't actually pressed record, or it had not recorded. I probably hadn't pressed record, but anyway, I went to bed in a right huff. I was so disappointed with myself, and anyway, the next morning I was thinking, what am I going to do, because I really love this build and I really don't want to have to bulldoze it to remake it. So my good friend Sim Architecture said to me, try and undo wall by wall and then click back and basically rebuild it again. So I thought, oh, what an awesome idea. Anyway, I went to do it and it turns out, because of the way that I built the house, there was just far too many walls on the inside, and I just decided to, I actually wrote down the dimensions of the build and built it from scratch, only I've just come to edit it again and the footage is missing. I don't know where it is. So after all that work of rebuilding it, I've now not got the footage to start with, so I'm afraid you'll have to see this speed build kind of from its shell, because there's absolutely no way I'm doing it again. So anyway, it was quite simple anyway. You can see how I've built, you know, the windows and the pillars and everything that I've done to the exterior, and yeah. So I used every single pack going. I don't know if I did actually, but you know, when I came to look at the list, there was like quite a lot. So I'm just going to say that I used them all pretty much. I don't ever really restrict myself unless I purposely say I'm going to on a video. And I do my base game build. And actually, the next build I'm going to do will be just base game and the new Parenthood pack for newbies out there who might have bought the Sims and the new pack. Anyway, so I've used most of the packs and I went for quite a homely look inside, because I think the Parenthood pack items are quite homely items, and that's the look that I wanted to go for on the inside of this house. I didn't want it to be quite traditional and Tudorish. I wanted it just to be quite normal on the inside, modern if anything. So quite like how it turned out on the inside. I think some of the items from the new pack are really nice, and some of the colours are fantastic and quite different, and I ended up using colours that I wouldn't necessarily have gone for previously. So I'm quite impressed with how the inside turned out, and I actually built it specifically for 2 adults, a teenage girl, a young boy and a toddler. So even though I haven't created the family yet, I had in mind my Let's Play family, and that's what I would like to, I've had some ideas about my Let's Play family, and that's what I'd like to sort of lean towards. So that's what I built this house for. The house itself has obviously got lots of activities and skill building items in there too. I always put them into my builds, and on the exterior of this house we have a pool to the rear and obviously an outdoor garden area. I am actually working towards, like I said, a Let's Play at the moment, and in all honesty I have yet to experience the Parenthood pack in play mode as yet. I'm a bit late to the game with this build. It was actually meant to be obviously a Parenthood game pack build, you know, ready for launch and things like that, but unfortunately real life does come first, and it's kind of got in the way a lot over the last couple of days. I was so excited about the launch last night, and I made sure that I'd done everything that I needed to do, and all my children were bathed, fed, you know, ready for bed. I was ready to sit down. But my daughter, my youngest one, she's only just less than 5 months old at the moment, and she had other ideas. So little old me ended up going to bed last night, and it wasn't a good night. So I'm trying to put her into a bit more of a routine at the moment, so I know exactly when I'm free and when I'm not. I've always had my other children in a routine, so you know, it's always been really handy, and she's completely throwing me off at the moment. I don't really know whether I'm coming or going. So I did actually set up Twitch the other night, and that's all raring and ready to go. But I did notice that quite a lot of people set schedules, and I can understand that being really quite handy for people who are wanting to watch people on Twitch, you know, then they know when they're going to be on and when they're not going to be on. But at this moment in time, I just can't set a schedule. So I thought I might do a few runs. And if I do those runs, I will just do a quick announcement on Twitter before I do it. To be honest, I'm not nervous about doing it anyway. I'll probably just jump on and then hope I don't get noticed, which really defeats the point of the object. So anyway, I'm yet to test that out as well. But it's all ready to go. And at some point, you know, my husband just said to me before doing this voiceover, because I've had some, like, every time I come to do a voiceover, I always start out and just get all my words mixed up and then have to do it again. And it's almost like I'm warming myself up to do the voiceover. And he just said to me, just have a glass of wine and, you know, you'll laugh and chat away and all that, which is so true. So I might have to do that to go on Twitch. Mind you, I would never shut up. I'd probably get booted off Twitch if that's even a thing. But maybe it probably would be if I came on Twitch. So that's where I'm at with that. And editing issues. I'm not even going to start with that. I actually did a video. I did a parenthood starter home the other day, which was a base game home, and I loved it. I've uploaded it on the gallery. If you are interested, both of these builds are now on my Origin account, which is ID Simkin Builds. And so I've already uploaded the starter home, but I did do a video and a voiceover for it. But really, this voiceover is just me moaning on about what a nightmare I had with it. And I really just have had one nightmare after another this week. This particular build that I did was a base game starter home, and what happened was I built this home and I thought, I really like it, but I'm going to make it base game, because then everyone who's new to the game gets a new parenthood pack. Everybody can download this. It'll be brilliant. So I only had this sort of light bulb moment after I'd started building it. And on the exterior of the build, I'd already placed down a wallpaper, which was brick, but from the vampire pack. So obviously I went back round it, I put base game wallpaper on it, built all the house, came to save it, and it said using items from the vampire pack. So obviously it's got a see details bit in the box where you can see what you've used from that pack, and it said this wallpaper. So I had used a brick pattern, so I went back round the outside, couldn't see it anywhere, tried to save it again. Nope, I'm still using items from the vampire pack. I was like, right. So I went round all the interior, because obviously sometimes when you do the wallpaper on the outside, you can accidentally place it on the inside. So I went all the way back round, tried to save it again, to no avail. This went on, long story short, 30 times I saved that house. My husband was helping me, and we were just hunting for this vampire wallpaper. I was refusing point blank to knock it down, because these suburban homes that you see me build, this one included, they're just completely from my mind. And if I was to bulldoze this house, although I could build it similar, I couldn't build it exact. And so I just didn't want to take the time to bulldoze something that I really loved. So I was determined to find this wallpaper. I was convinced it was a glitch with the paper. I was thinking, no, there's something wrong with this lot. So I bulldozed the lot, went to save it, and it said that it wasn't using the pack. So I knew it was something wrong with the build. So in the end, I deleted each and every room on the top floor and each and every room on the bottom floor, which left just the roof and a couple of pillars at the front of the house. but it left the garage, like these little triangle bits that were at the front of the garage, like square bits. It turns out the glitch was, when you build a room, for instance, and you were to put wallpaper on the outside, and then you were to build another room and put wallpaper on the outside, those two joining rooms had a wallpaper in between. Yes, that was the glitch. There was wallpaper between two walls in that house, and oh my God, I can't even tell you what a nightmare it was. I ended up having to rebuild walls. I rebuilt every wall. It was stupid. It was stupid, really. I don't know what was more stupid, the glitch or me for not just bulldozing the house and building it again, because it was just an empty shell, really. Because it was a starter home, there was just next to nothing in it. But no, I was absolutely I was determined, even, can't get my words out. I was determined that this house was not going to get the better of me, and it didn't. It just took an hour and a half extra of my time when I was due to go out on the Saturday. I'd been so organised and ready. My kids were ready. I'd got everything planned. I was ready to go out the door, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I'll just sit down and do a bit of editing. And that's what happened. An hour and a half later, I was just an exasperated mess. So all in all, these video edits aren't really going to plan at the moment, but I'm hoping that will change. So I finally got this build done, and I really, really love it. I quite like this one, and I think I will use it for my Let's Play. I'm not entirely sure though. I'm a bit fussy like that, because it's quite a commitment, isn't it? You know, to do a Let's Play, you're going to be in that house for a while. Plus, I didn't know whether to start in an actual starter home as opposed to a house that was already built, because it takes a little bit of the fun away, you know, when you start buying new things, and it gets exciting because there's more things for your Sims to do and it gets easier for your Sims. But then again, I think having to go through that bit of a slog to get some money together kind of might just detract away from, you know, the actual experience of this whole parenthood pack. I don't know, I might be wrong. I might do both. I might actually do like 2 Let's Plays. I might do one for Twitch and one for YouTube, but that's getting a bit adventurous, so I'm not entirely sure. So next I'm going to be working on a parenthood starter home, I think, this evening, where I may actually create the home that I'm going to do my Let's Play in, and I think potentially that would be a better idea because it would be my first Let's Play and it'd be a little bit more challenging. But I haven't done any gameplay for quite a long time now, which I think I went on about in another video. And so I'm quite excited to experience the gameplay now because it's changed so much. The last time I played was the start of City Living, and I literally played, I think it was a single mum and a toddler. No, it wasn't a toddler because they weren't out then. A single mum and a baby. Yeah, I haven't played since before toddlers. So not only have I got toddlers, I've got vampires, and now obviously experience everything from this new game pack. So I'm really excited. So it's got to be right, this Let's Play, because this is basically the one that I'm going to focus on. Because I haven't got a great deal of time. I still want to be doing my builds as well. So without overloading myself, I think I'm going to dedicate myself to this one Let's Play family. And what I think I might do, because I haven't experienced vampires and I really want to, which is strange because I actually don't really like, ordinarily don't really like anything to do with vampires or anything like that. But just recently I've been watching, what's that programme I've been watching with vampires in it?
Vampire Diaries.
Oh, that's it, The Vampire Diaries. Just to ask my husband. My memory's really bad, by the way. The Vampire Diaries, and I love it. It's the first show I've ever watched where that kind of thing's caught my eye, and I've thought, oh, this is actually pretty good. So, yeah, I'm quite looking forward to experiencing the vampires in this pack. So I think I might create one member of the family who is a vampire or is potentially going to turn into a vampire. That way I can experience that. And then I can put a toddler in there to mix things up, and then I can experience that. And then obviously combined, it's a family anyway. So, hey, I can do it all in one. And I'll probably really struggle as well because the toddlers look hard. And but we'll see how we get on. It can't be any harder than real life now, can it? Or can it? Also, with there being such a focus on the whole families in The Sims at the moment, I may actually create some different types of homes for families of different dynamics. So single parents, maybe foster parents, that kind of thing, but also in apartments, maybe smaller houses, bigger mansions. I always like to do big mansions, but I think it's quite nice and it's a little bit refreshing, not only for you but for me as well, to do the smaller builds sometimes. I actually feel now, because I've built so many big homes, when I come to do, like when I did the apartment and also the Create a Sim video, I kind of feel like I'm cheating in a weird way. Like, I'm not really putting out good enough content. How stupid's that? I think it's just because it's just so small, but I really enjoyed doing it, and it does kind of break up your pattern. You know, when you do a big build, it kind of really takes it out of you. It's a lot to do, and it's nice when you come to do something new and fresh again, and especially when it's only really quick. So yeah, I think I might do some different types of builds. So I think I'll do the base game starter home with the parenthood pack tonight, and I will be focusing on the Create a Sim family, and then I might move on and do an apartment again, because that was quite good, but a completely different kind of apartment, but we'll see anyway. So I did actually read in my comments the other day that somebody said that I should include some bloopers in my videos. God, I could blooper every single paragraph that I say, because I'm just so rubbish sometimes. When I come to record these, I'm just literally, you know, I can't get my words out. It's bizarre, and I have to sort of take a break here and there and just check myself. So what I might actually do is the next video that I come to do, because I haven't done it this time, but the next one that I come to do, I might actually save my bloopers. I'm not going to save the ones that I swear in though, not that I swear, but if I did swear, I wouldn't save those ones in it, because that just wouldn't be very suitable for the audience. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty of funny ones, but we'll see anyway. We'll have to see at the end of my next video. Also, I wanted to add, before we get to the end of this video, that I wanted to say thank you to everybody that, you know, checks out these videos, watches them, and is kind enough to leave, you know, take the time to leave a comment, because those comments are really constructive and excellent feedback. And they're also really lovely and really well thought out, and I just wanted to say that I really appreciate those comments. They mean the world to me. You know, I am a person behind this screen, and I'm really fortunate to get to read such lovely comments. And thanks to everybody on Twitter as well, who, you know, are constantly supporting me and retweeting all my tweets to get these builds out there for all you lovelies to take a look at. So thank you very much for that. But I am shortly coming up to screenshots. This was the garage that I was doing actually. I was sort of torn between doing it quite scruffy and cluttered and making it useful, but I went for useful in the end, and I quite like it. Anyway, I've waffled all the way to the end again. Really proud of myself. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye!